Olly Phillips, just here up on the Coxes this morning, cruising around trying to catch a couple of good fish, but unfortunately this morning we sort of lucked out a little bit. We got a lot of small fish, but nothing decent. We dropped one that was probably maybe like 2 pound, 3 pound, but at this time of the year I really like coming up here and fishing all these streams, especially when they're, you know, all pre-run fish. You know, makes it awesome fishing, especially when you catch them on seltzers and super light spin gear. It's a bit of a change when you come from the bass fishing where you can use, you know, 10, 15 pounds straight through, to then when you have to drop it down to 6 pound and then 4 pound leader and you get smoked and they hit you on a tree. And you know, I suppose that's just fishing really. Then you just have to tie on another seltzer. The seltzer I usually find up here works the best for me is these MEP seltzers. For some reason they seem to spin a lot better than most of the other ones, probably because they're actually made in France. But I actually put a different hook on them as well, because the hooks that they come with is just a standard VMC bronze hook. I like to upgrade them with a decoy wide gate, which sort of tends to pin the fish a lot better. Doesn't really make a difference on the action of the lure. A lot of people will say changing trebles and hooks impedes the action of lures, but you know, when you've got a blade that spins around the actual lure like this, doesn't make much of a difference whatsoever. But awesome place to fish. Really love fishing it at this time of the year. It's just something pretty special, and being only an hour from Sydney, you know, a lot of people don't really realise where they can get out and they can fish, but it's a pretty cool place to be, and it's good to keep it a secret too. I've been involved in fishing for a long period of time. I probably started fishing when I was probably about 4 years of age, and I finished school and I got the opportunity to work at one of the local tackle shops, and then sort of stayed around there for the next 12 years and sort of made myself, well, not a name really, probably more like a pest of a name, because I'd ring people and just, you know, talk shit with them most of the mornings and, you know, ask them where they'd been fishing on the weekend and that sort of stuff. It wasn't really more so business, it was just a hobby really. But now I've decided to sort of spread my wings and go and do something else. Hopefully it should lead me to be able to do a little bit more fishing, but I think it's something that I will get back into, is going back into the industry, because it's still something that I love to do, you know, just playing with all the gear and seeing all the new stuff, and not so much serving people, that's not really my cup of tea, but playing with all the gear and seeing all the new and up and coming products, and even having a sort of a hand in maybe even product development along the line would be something that I'd really look forward to doing as well. That'd be pretty cool. Probably one of my other biggest sort of passions are, except this sort of stuff, you know, really small streams, would be bass fishing. Probably because it's the most convenient. It's only 5 minutes down the road and you can take the kayak out, you can go and catch 30 or 40 fish of an afternoon, and you know, you might be lucky and score one up to that magic 50 mark. But it's just, realistically, you've got to be super accurate with your casting, make sure your retrieve's right, and obviously if your lure's not working, change it up straight away. But you know, bass fishing really is really close to me, because it's really just top water fishing. You know, a lot of people will use spinner baits and divers and soft plastics and that, but it all comes down to me. I just love using surface lures. You know, you cast into the snag, it's that visual aspect of when the fish is just going to come up and smash that surface lure, and then most of the time it'll bury you deep in the snag anyway and you never see it again. That's probably why tackle shops are so much loved, because they're man's lolly shop really. But yeah, bass fishing is pretty cool. I love fishing in the dams as well. In the dams, you can get a real good winter bite where you fish them on blades and slow rolled plastics. It's a little bit boring compared to a surface bite, but the size of the fish you can get out of some of the dams is just gnarly, like massive fish. You know, fish 45 centimetres fork length, 50 centimetre fork length fish, and that'll just, you know, they'll snap 15 pound leader like it's bloody cotton. So that is definitely one of the things that I really love doing, especially when it comes into summer.